Hey guys, what's up? It's Natalia Skye. This is going to be my playthrough of Night 5 and Night 6. I recorded them without audio and am now doing my voiceover for you, so bear with me. I've played this so many times, I actually don't remember every little bit about what happens here. I am going to be quiet through the phone calls, however.
Oh, hey, good job, Night 5. Hey, keep a close eye on things tonight, okay? From what I understand, the building is on lockdown. No one is allowed in or out, you know, especially concerning any previous employees. When we get it all sorted out, we may move into the day shift. This one just became available. We don't have a replacement for your shift yet, but we're working on it. We're going to try to contact the original restaurant owner. I think the name of the place was Red Bear's Family Diner or something like that. It's closed for years, though. I doubt we'll be able to track anybody down. So just get through one more night. Hang in there. Good night.
Okay, so that was the phone call. You can tell there was some kind of problem, and he discusses that he might possibly move you to the day shift, which I believe happens on Night 7. If you saw my footage jump a little bit, that was because when I recorded Night 5 and Night 6, it was on one of my several attempts when I actually beat it, and the phone calls weren't in it. So I went back, listened to the phone calls, and just attempted to splice them into the night as fluidly as I could without going and trying to get clean audio and stick that audio in along with my voiceover. It was just too complicated. So I just clicked into 5 and 6 and sat there and listened to the audio and attempted to splice them in the best I could. So we are still at midnight. It's a lot easier to sit here and do this voiceover and knowing I'm going to beat it. Foxy on Night 5 and 6 become huge problems. It's like there's never a moment when Foxy is not down at the end of that hallway. It just seems. You'll notice on Night 5 as opposed to Night 6, I'm still checking the right vent. You'll notice on 6, I basically stopped doing that. It comes to a point where you can only prioritize so many things, and number 1 is the music box. That really should have been my ass right there. I don't know actually how I survived through that. There's such a complicated mechanic that you have to learn to bring up your laptop, do what you need to do, and to bring the mask down. If you watch, it's so fast, I don't honestly even know how I did it. Well, yeah, I do. I died like 1,000 times. Your wrist has to be in such a certain position. I think I've mentioned this before. You have to be so quick. And so, I don't know, it's almost like driving a car or something. You really have to know where your mouse is, know where your mouse needs to be, know what kind of a movement you have to make with your wrist. Oh, Balloon Boy. That fucker. He never goes away. You'll see me lift my mask and check, and he's still there. And check, and he's still there. He seems like he hangs around longer than the other ones. So, 2 a.m. The later you get into the night, Foxy kind of stops being a dick a little bit. He at least did in Night 6. After about 2 or 3, you seem to kind of get a little bit of a reprieve from Foxy. The only thing that sucks is when you have to have your mask on so much, you can't shine your light down the hallway as many times. Like, see, normally right now I'd be flashing my light down the hallway, but Bonnie decided to come in and be a dick. And thankfully Foxy wasn't there. They just give you, there's just no rest. There's just never a time when you can't be, you're gonna watch me start getting upset and flustered and moving about all over the place. And there's Mangle. A lot of these things basically you can just listen for as well, which is kind of nice. There's really not too much visually to look at. You're either winding the music box under this mask or shining your light down the left vent. Really, the Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Toy Freddy, and the older models can basically now just come into your office whenever they want. The toy ones, I notice, use the vents more than the old ones. And Mangle comes from the right vent as well, but Mangle gives you an audio clue so that he's around. So you basically, after a while, you'll learn that, oh god, that should have been my ass again. I don't know how I got through this. You basically just end up where it's like, okay, somebody from the right vent. I've been snagged from, usually it's Toy Bonnie in the right vent, but normally that's why you bring your mask up. Well, actually, you bring your mask down, technically, as soon as you come off of your laptop screen, because you're not checking that vent, and he might be right there. So that's why you have to learn this technique where as soon as your laptop comes down, your mask goes on. And we just moved into 4 a.m. These nights are rather short, so it's a small mercy. It's really a rather short night. I think the from 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. and 1 to 2, etc. I think it's 68 seconds, which is a minute and 8 seconds. So really to get from 12 to 6 should really only take about 6.5 or 7 minutes. And that was why I was getting so frustrated when I was dying over and over and over. I'm like, you mean I can't do this for 7 minutes? And now that I'm watching night 5, it's like, it's got nothing on night 6. Night 6 is just a whole different kind of hell. Night 6 took, I was really pretty much ready to give up, and just like I did with the original Five Nights at Freddy's, I posted night 5 and said, sorry, I pussed out, can't do night 6. I probably could now, but I'm not going to. We're going to move on to 3. I'm anxious to move into 3 because I've heard it's a lot easier than 2. So there are actually there's more than double the animatronics from the original to this one. In the original, you get Bonnie, Chica Freddy, and Boxy. Occasionally you can get Golden Freddy, so if you want to call that 5, okay, then that's 5. So you have all 5 of those in this one. Then Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Toy Freddy, Mangle, Balloon Boy, and then if you count the puppet, that's 11. So you're not just looking out for 5, you're looking out for 11. Technically 10, because the puppet just stays in the box if you keep the music box wound up. So I guess if you want to call it 10, then it doubles. If you count the puppet, then it goes to 11. That is a lot of shit. I didn't realize how low my flashlight was getting in this. I really didn't have too much of a problem with the flashlight. I never really, because I didn't spend a lot of time looking in the cameras. You can shine your light. You can tell I'm getting nervous. I don't even want to wind up the music box anymore, because I know I'm up, and there we go. So this is going to cut right into the 6th night. I will be quiet during the phone call, although I don't believe it's a very long phone call. Jeremy Fitzgerald, $100.50. Welcome to the family. And you'll see the date there, November 12th, 1987. And we'll stay on this screen for a few more seconds. Again, I'm doing voiceover. This is already pre-recorded footage. So I'm basically at the mercy of my pre-recorded footage. So we're going to jump into night 6. We'll hear the phone call. It's not really hard to figure out what I'm doing. I just wanted to give you guys some kind of a voiceover. And then I will have a video about the custom night, or night 7. That, as you are hearing this, has already been recorded. It just needs to be, it is voiced, so I don't thankfully have to do a voiceover for it. It just needs to be basically put together. So you'll see the screens changed real quick and custom night popped up. That's because I realized after I had already beat this that I didn't include the phone call. So this is already after I beat night 6. Again, I've tried to mesh them together without too much disturbance. So here's phone call.
Hello. What on earth are you doing there? Didn't you get the memo? The place is closed down, at least for a while. Someone used one of the suits. We had a spare in the back, a yellow one. Someone used it. Now none of them are acting right. Listen, just finish your shift. safer than trying to leave in the middle of the night. We have one more event scheduled for tomorrow, a birthday. You'll be on day shift. Wear your uniform. Stay close to the animatronics and make sure they don't hurt anyone, okay? For now, just make it through the night. When the place eventually opens again, I'll probably take the night shift myself. Okay, good night and good luck.
I was trying to not wind the music box a whole lot while he was talking, and then you saw my flashlight went from like half power to full power again. I tried to mesh the call and the night together the best I could. So really nothing happens too much until about 1 a.m. anyway. Foxy's a dick, but that's true of any. You'll see me trying to flash the flashlight at Balloon Boy because he was the biggest pain in the ass. I need to get Foxy out of the hallway, and you have to flash Foxy like 5 or 6 times. And when you can only get 1 or 2 flashes off, and then you have to wait for Balloon Boy, I was nervous I was going to get pounced on. And then we got Mangle there already. Again, you would think with each night only being a little bit longer than a minute each, it's like 6 minutes. Who can't do this for 6.5 minutes? Probably, actually it's a little closer to 7, but who can't do this? And you're gonna see how fast I'm going. And you think that it's like, that's so ridiculously, it's not too ridiculously fast. I've seen people play this faster. I'm actually quite slow, and I don't know how I get through this. I literally just had times where I would go to night 1 where like nothing happens and just practice how to bring up the laptop and how to bring it down and put the mask on real quick. This is one of the first games in a long time that I had to practice to beat. And you keep seeing me, I'm trying to find Balloon Boy, but I don't truly believe that flashing the flashlight at him actually does anything. I don't know, it just made me feel better at that point. Because he seemed like he stayed in that vent for so long. When the other ones would come into the room, they were there for about 5 seconds. And it's like, okay, 5 seconds is good, but with Balloon Boy, it's like he's there, and you can't bring up your laptop. If you bring up the cameras when Balloon Boy's looking at you in the vent, when you bring it down, he's in the room, and you can't use your flashlight. And then Foxy will come and get you. That's basically what happens. Balloon Boy doesn't actually kill you. Balloon Boy doesn't actually have, or BB, I don't call him BB because that's stupid, but everybody else does. He doesn't actually kill you. He just sits in your office, right where these screens are. Can't really see the screens because I'm going too fast, but they're right there in between the hallway and the left vent there. He'll stand there, and you can't use your flashlight. Now, I put my mask down, and I got lucky. Toy Bonnie has got me like that several times because I don't check that vent. And normally Toy Bonnie comes from the... Now look how long he stays. I got lucky. He went away quick that time. Balloon Boy was definitely the biggest struggle. Once I learned how to put the mask down real quick, these things coming into the office like this was no big deal. Shining the flashlight at Foxy was no big deal. Doing this, I knew I had you have about 4 seconds to wind the music box. If you're winding it up, and I was luckily, I was catching them, but they'll pull your laptop down. They will make you bring your laptop down, and then you have to be quick and put the mask on. You don't get long. There was no way in hell I was getting full winds on that music box. 3 a.m. now, and just relentless. There was never a second when something... Oh, I got really lucky there. Barely. There was just never any time when something wasn't going horribly, horribly wrong. Actually, now I get a small break right here for some reason. Seems like every 2 hours or so, you get like this weird like 10-15 second thing where nothing really happens. Toy Freddy tried to fuck me right there. Whew. And let's see where we are. We're at 4 a.m. I can't tell you. I only got to night 5 and died a few times. It wasn't like every time I was getting right to the end and dying. No. It was 1, 2, 3 a.m. Music box. The music box. Oof. Chica should have really nailed me at least 2 or 3 times in night 5 and right there. I don't know. It didn't feel... Sometimes I would drop the mask down and I'm like, no way, I'm dead. That's it. And I would live. And sometimes I would think I would be super fast. And my ass was grass. See, that was a little slow. I don't think I should have... I guess I shouldn't talk about how I feel like I should have died. Because this already took... I couldn't tell you how many times I tried this night. 100. There's Golden Freddy. 100 with no exaggeration. I must have tried night 6 100 times. I was really getting close this night that I beat it. I was really getting close to just saying, forget it. I'm just going to post night 5 and be done. I really got into some trouble there with Balloon Boy in the vent and Foxy and Bonnie being in the hallway. Golden Freddy tries his shit there again. You can also see him at the end of the hallway. And when you see him in your office, you're supposed to just immediately put your mask on. If you see him in the office, Golden Freddy, and you shine your flashlight on him, he kills you. The vent sounds don't end the whole night. The creepy, eerie music that someone's in the hallway doesn't end. The sounds of them in your vents. This is like the longest 7 minutes ever, but we're getting ready to wrap it up in a minute here. And there we go. We have completed night 6. I will have a video all about 7 for you. After being open only a few short weeks, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is closing its doors. The new animatronics will be scrapped due to possible malfunctions. However, the original characters are being kept in hopes of a possible reorganization of the company. It's a minor setback. We are confident we will reopen someday, even if it is with a much smaller budget. So, there you have it, and that is why there are fewer in the first one. Obviously, we know they didn't know that at the time, but that's the storyline that they've come up with, why there are fewer. Because it reopened with a jankier, smaller budget. So, anyway, that is night 6. We now have 2 stars. I'm going to have a video for you with some other extras, some little bonuses. We'll get into custom night 7. We'll talk about that. That is pretty much all I have for this video. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope that the voiceover was okay. I don't know, I'll hear it back, and I'll listen to it back. If it's real bad, you'll never see it. So anyway, I'm gonna end it here. Thanks you guys so much for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video.